Hey y'all, what is up? It's JC on the Sue, JC on the check, and I'm back with another video. And we're back with the meal prep because like I told y'all, I do this every single week. Let me go ahead and give y'all a rundown of the menu. So for breakfast, I'm gonna be making breakfast burritos with Italian sausage and fresh tomato guacamole or fresh tomato guac salsa. I don't really know which way to call it. With some monterey jack cheese and of course eggs. And then for lunch, I'm going to be making ham and Swiss cheese sliders that I have to put into the oven, and y'all will see that coming soon. But it's, I'm gonna try and razzle dazzle. And then for dinner, I found this recipe for these Greek one pan or Mediterranean one pan dish, salmon dish. So we're gonna try that. And of course, all of the recipes that I use will be linked down below. But let's go. So now that I showed y'all what I'm making, let me show the ingredients that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna start off by showing y'all breakfast. So for breakfast, you're gonna need some monterey jack, or you can use I'm not gonna butcher that name, but I just didn't get it, but I feel like it would enhance the flavor if I did get chorizo. And then I got mild Italian sausage, just because I don't like chorizo sausage. And then eggs, you're gonna need 4 eggs. You're also gonna need 1 to 2 tomatoes, and you need to dice those up. I went ahead and did that. 1 jalapeno that has been de-seeded and minced. 2 shallots, 2 small shallots, or 1 large shallot that's also minced. Lime juice or a fresh lime would be preferred, but girl, I don't got the fresh lime today. I will next time though. And then an avocado, 1 avocado, or for me, I really like smooth guacamole, so I just found some pre-smashed avocados since I don't have a food processor. Some salt, some black pepper, some ground cumin, and some smoked paprika. And then you also need cilantro as well, but your girl forgot the cilantro. So these are the ingredients for the lunch recipe. So you're just gonna need garlic powder, bread and butter pickles. This is optional. I just think that bread and butter pickles go really good with ham and Swiss cheese sandwiches. Some spicy brown mustard, some Worcestershire sauce, some brown sugar, butter, poppy seeds to put on top, and then of course you need the ham and the Swiss cheese. I get honey baked ham instead of any other type, so if y'all do want to know what type I get, that's the type I get. Okay y'all, so these are the ingredients that you're gonna need for the dinner. You're gonna need some salmon, about 2 pounds, and then you're also gonna need some cherry tomatoes. I went ahead and already halved these. You're gonna need 1.5 pounds of potatoes. I also went ahead and halved these. Some plain salt, olive oil, some dill, y'all. You're gonna need some Dijon mustard, some minced garlic, some sliced lemon, some lemon slices, tzatziki dip, or you can make it from scratch. I just personally didn't want to do that, y'all. Some black pepper and some oregano leaves. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by making the 1 pan salmon dish, because you remember guys, well, if you didn't know, whenever I cook, I always start with the thing that's going to take the longest, and then I work it down to the smallest. So therefore, while one thing is cooking, I can be cooking something else. So because the potatoes and stuff have to bake for a while, I'm going to go ahead and start that. So first things first, I have to preheat the oven. And then once I preheat the oven, we're going to go ahead and get into making this sauce. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my oven to 375.
Every silicon, I got the finish work. Without you, I could feel lose my mind. Without you, I could feel fall and die. Without you, I could give up my life. Without you, never need a back and it's real. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, my love, one thing. Even make a bad man sing. You mean the world to me. You're my living fire. lover. Don't call another nigga honey. Lover, lover, I wanna be your lover forever, forever.
Now you're gonna need a mixing bowl and your potatoes. What you're gonna wanna do is just gonna wanna take your potatoes. I could have just used this bowl, y'all. That was a slow moment. But it's okay, because I'm gonna have to put the salmon in here later and a bigger bowl is better. So you're gonna need your bowl of potatoes and you're gonna take half of this sauce that we just made. And you're gonna put it on your potatoes. Make sure that it's well mixed, because the Dijon mustard is going to try and sit at the bottom, because you are putting, because of the olive oil and the difference in densities. So just try and stir it right before you put it in to make sure. See? Oh, now it's like submerged. And you're going to do half. But remember, y'all can always make more. If you made it once, you can make it again. So if you like stuff saucy, just make it twice. Like me, I might make this twice. We're going to see what that does though. And then I'm gonna go ahead. You can use your hands, but I'm gonna use some tongs. Am I gonna use some tongs? I'm gonna use my hands. Never mind. And you just want to go ahead and make sure that the potatoes are evenly sauced, evenly coated, not sauced, y'all. This is what the coated potatoes look like. I don't want them to fall out. That's what I'm trying to show you. Now set your coated potatoes to the side, because we're gonna go ahead and coat the salmon in the rest of the seasoning so that it can marinate for a little bit of time while the potatoes cook. And y'all, I still haven't got any gloves, so I'm gonna end up using the bag that the salmon is to marinate it. So just know, don't be shocked, okay?
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. I guess I'm doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the potatoes onto a pre-parchmented tray. By that, I mean just put a piece of parchment on the tray, y'all. And then shimmy it out. Gotta get all the sauce. Y'all, we're missing sauce. And I can't get it out. This sauce is so good. I forgot, y'all. I told y'all we can make more sauce. So let me stop being a fiend here. Then go ahead and take these potatoes and you're gonna put them in the oven for 20 minutes. Try and put them in the middle rack. Depending on where you put something in the oven can heavily affect how it cooks. Now y'all, we're gonna go ahead and start on the ham and Swiss Hawaiian roll sandwiches. So y'all, next thing you're gonna do, get your Hawaiian rolls and you're gonna find a baking pan as close as you can to the size of the Hawaiian rolls. And you can always cut them up and change them, but you want it to be as close as possible for the best outcome. This, I think, is the best I can do, and this is a square, and this is definitely a mini rectangle, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. So go ahead and unpackage and unbox. That's what I'm going with. I really don't know how to explain what I just did, but I just undid the sides, y'all. So you're gonna need a bread cutting knife. If you don't know what a bread cutting knife looks like, it's one that has these little serrated edges right here. So you're gonna want these. I mean, you can try and cut it with like a butter knife, y'all, but it's gonna make it a lot more difficult. So, and you're gonna wanna just half the whole thing all together. And the first couple times you cut bread, it might be a little bit difficult because you just want to make sure you don't put too much pressure on it, because you want it to be as even as possible. And if you do a lot of pressure, it's not going to be as even. I'm talking all this crap, y'all, but let's see what I did. Oh, she's not cutting the center. Keep going. Ah, y'all, she's tearing on me. But that's okay. See, she a little bit lower on this side, but not horrible. Not horrible. I've definitely done a lot worse, y'all. So you're gonna want to put that half somewhere. Try and just keep it together, and then you're gonna take your bottom half and put it into your pan. I'm just gonna have to go with the big baking dish because I can in fact not make that fit. Almost forgot, make sure that you put olive oil or parchment paper. I'm just gonna do olive oil because it'll be easier, because you don't of course want these to stick to the bottom. Put those lovely things in there. Okay, y'all, now I know that the recipe calls for horseradish sauce, but I'm gonna be using mayo because I don't like that. Right now I have me some Miracle Whip, and I'm gonna put this at the bottom. So this is a little bit of an experiment, but I will say that usually when I need some more Miracle Whip. Usually when I do cook off of a recipe per se, I change stuff. Like whenever I do recipe cooking, in a sense, I do change stuff on it, because I don't know, I do eventually want to get to a point where I can just make stuff off of my head, but because I'm not like culinary trained, there's a lot of basics that I don't know yet, and so recipes are really good at teaching you those. And then eventually, once I have the little background that I'm looking for, then I'm not gonna need it to create stuff. I can just pick it up on in my head. So, and the amount of mayo or like horseradish sauce that you add, of course, is going to be dependent on you. I want to taste the mayo, so I'm going to add a good little amount. Next, you're going to go ahead and add your ham and Swiss. This is 3/4 pounds of ham, and then I just have about 8 slices, which is, looks like a half a pound of this, but it's all dependent on how much I need. Like, if I don't need all of it, y'all, I'll just make me a regular ham sandwich to save it, because you don't want to unless you're like a cheesy person. Now, if you like the cheese, then you can of course add more cheese. And then this is what my slices look like, and I'm just gonna lay them flat out just because I have so much cheese. I mean, I have so much ham, I don't really need to fold it like I would have done on a traditional sandwich to add height.
My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna know if she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna contract.
Now onto the Swiss.
Wanna contract, get alone, baby. In the meantime, just some me time. Crib by the beach like Odell. Over my killers don't tell.
Before you put that last set of Swiss, this is optional, y'all, but I just love the way that bread and butter pickles taste on Swiss and ham and Swiss sandwiches. So I'm gonna just go ahead and add a layer of them in between the cheese.
Chateau Mama, cause the New York the shelf. Now my bitch is Chanel.
And I know I'm using my hands, y'all, but just remember, I'm only cooking for myself. I'm only cooking for myself, y'all. And then go ahead and add the last layer of Swiss on top.
Will you be my leading lady? I wanna contract, get alone, baby. In the meantime.
Then you're gonna go ahead and take the top piece of bread that we cut and put it back on top. Like so, babes. And set this, and then set it to the side. Now, if you just went ahead and set our sliders to the side, you're gonna want to, at this point, put them into the fridge to sit while we make the sauce for the slider. And then by this point, the potatoes should have been cooked for 20 minutes. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and take those out, and then I'm gonna show you what we'll do after that. Y'all, this is what the potatoes are looking like. Next, you're gonna take your cherry tomatoes and add those in. I'm sorry that you guys can't see me. I'm still working on getting a tripod that works for y'all to be able to see the food and also see me. So now take your tongs, or you can use your hands, but it's really hot, so I wouldn't recommend. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and mix in the cherry tomatoes with the potatoes and try and get them evenly coated with that leftover sauce. And then just add a big pinch of salt. Just one. And now we're gonna make space for the filet. Now you can cut it up if you want, but I just wanted to see what it would be like if I tried to bake the whole thing. And then I cut my skin on. You can also take your skin off, but like I told y'all, I don't always go directly off the recipe, so I wanted to see what's gonna happen if I keep the skin and if I do it as a fillet. If I can get it out, y'all. Cause I could use my hands. Like y'all, I know y'all like, why are you just not grabbing it with your hands? I hate touching meat with my hands, y'all. Just get, hold on. I had to make it work, y'all, but I was able to get it on the tongs. And I'm gonna nestle that in here, like around everything. Even some a little bit close, cause I wanna see. But I'm gonna try and make it even. So y'all see how like there's a lot in this corner? Well, y'all can't see that corner. But I just wanna try and make it even. That was looking a little sparse, y'all. Okay? Now last but not least, before we put it back in the oven, is you're gonna wanna go ahead and put some lemons on everything. Try and get it. Make sure you have a lot on the salmon, but you can also put them other places. So boom. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Now we are gonna go ahead, because hopefully y'all are cooking with me. But if not, I'm going to put this back in the oven, middle or bottom rack, for about 8 to 12 minutes. So I'm gonna make the sauce in a saucepan. If I had a small saucepan, I would use it, because y'all, this is gonna make some sauce, but not anything really big enough for this. But anyway, you're gonna wanna take half a cup of butter. If you have like a regular size stick, that's gonna be a half a cup. So you just need a full stick of butter. You guys didn't know. And you're gonna put your thing on medium to high heat. Guys, remember to swirl it around every once in a while, because it'll make the butter melt faster. So if you're cooking with me at this point while the butter is melting, your salmon should be about done. So I'm just gonna check on it to make sure. And the way you check on it is salmon is supposed to be flaky. So if you take a fork, kind of just pick at it a little bit, it should pull apart fairly easily. Mine isn't done just because it's such a big piece. So I'm gonna let it cook for longer than that. I'm about to attempt to flip it, but we gonna see how flipping is gonna go. So give me 1 second to try and flip this fish. Y'all, I think I did it. I did flip her. I think I did do a rookie mistake though. I think I should have cooked it this side up, skin side down. And she did break a little bit, but so I'm gonna let that cook for about another 7 minutes. But if y'all do end up filleting it, it should cook in that 12 minutes. It's just because my piece of fish is so big. That's why it's not cooking. I learned my lesson. I will be cutting them up next time. So I did want to say before we start is that I know in the recipe it calls for you to add onions, but I don't know, in my head I just didn't like the way that sounded. So I'm just making the sauce with no onions. But if you want to make it with onions, you just need about like 2 tablespoons of finely chopped onions. And it was the other reason why I didn't do it, y'all. I'm gonna buy a gigantic onion to do 2 tablespoons. Y'all got to be kidding me. Okay, I might sometimes be a little wasteful, but I'm not that wasteful. So first things first, I start with my seasonings. You're gonna need a quarter teaspoon, y'all, of garlic powder. And I'm gonna turn this down while I do this to low. That way I just have time and the butter doesn't burn. 2 teaspoons of poppy seeds. Yeah, I just bought this. I've never used poppy seeds for anything else, if I'm being really honest. But I'm thinking I might make some lemon in poppy seed muffins. I used to eat those all the time as a kid, and they were so good. Okay. Then 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Oh, look, do y'all see the sauce? Ah, she looks good. Okay, now that that's done, we can go ahead and pour the sauce onto the sandwiches. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love cooking new stuff. Okay. Ready? I have my little baster so I can move everything around because I just had a feeling it wasn't gonna be even. Y'all, it's so much sauce. Y'all, look, this is what they look like from the top. Y'all see that? Oh my gosh. So now the recipe says that they need to sit in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna sit those into the refrigerator while we cook all the burritos, and then I will let those cook at the end so they can have as much time to sit as possible. Looking back on it, I probably should have made those first. Okay, y'all, now the salmon is out. I'm gonna let it rest, but at this point it is done, y'all. So I think it looks okay. I would like my salmon to have a little bit more color, but I'm gonna trust the process. Next, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and make the tomato and guacamole salsa. So I already have my pre-diced tomatoes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use this avocados. I'm gonna use about 3. I think I might end up using more, but let me go ahead and put these in here. I'm gonna see how that fares, but I may end up adding more. Now I'm gonna add the shallot, the jalapenos, minced. Y'all, I minced those myself, and I'm so proud of myself. That's the best mincing I've ever done. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this together. See how I'm feeling about the ratio of tomatoes to avocado. What y'all think? I'm thinking 1 more packet. But tell me down below in the comments if you feel like this extra packet was needed. Because I really don't know. But if anything, just it's more sauce for me to have for all of my burritos. Boom. Now let's add in the seasonings. Next is 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Y'all, this is such a strong spice. To me, like, it's one of those spices you don't need a lot. Otherwise, it will get very overpowering very fast. And it's so crazy to me because stuff like salt, depending on what you're making, it won't be enough. Ooh, that's a lot of salt, but it's okay. Then 1 tablespoon of lime juice. Hopefully, if y'all have a fresh lime, just 1 lime will do. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. Y'all, that tastes cool. Remember, y'all, taste everything. Even though the recipes could be right, you gotta make sure that they're right to your tasting. But anyway, I tasted it, and it's pretty cool. I think the cilantro would add like a fresh sense to it, but it's good without the cilantro. So now I'm gonna set this to the side to let it, you know, concoct and marinate, make the flavors and seasoning stronger. And we're gonna go ahead and get into cooking the sausage and the eggs. Y'all, I went ahead and cooked the sausage, and I took the casing off because I needed it to be crumbly. And y'all, it's still cooked in sausage form. Like, I'm talking about, I started taking the spatula to it at the beginning. So I would say if y'all do this, just mix it all together in a bowl first, and then try it that way. But personally, from this point forward, I'm just gonna get bacon. Bacon don't ever do this. But I'm gonna go ahead and like figure out how to crumble this up, and then I'm gonna cook the eggs, and then we're gonna assemble the burritos. All right, y'all, so now we're on to the scrambled eggs. I went ahead and actually picked the sausage apart because we have to get it done by any means. But I'm decided I'm gonna make Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs and not just scrambled eggs. So basically what he does, he cooks his in a saucepan and he uses butter, and y'all see the rest. Yeah, y'all will see the rest. Now you're gonna go ahead and add the butter. You're gonna need 1 tablespoon of butter, and you at this point, y'all, don't turn the saucepan on. Don't turn it on. You scramble no eggs. The eggs are in here. Yeah, they're cold. No heat, no scramble, no nothing. Then you're gonna turn this up to medium heat. And then you're gonna stir these continuously with a rubber spatula. You can't use a whisk, y'all, for 3 minutes. But you're gonna do where you do 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off. Okay, y'all, so the eggs are done. I will say I don't have any sour cream or creme fraiche. That would be the last step, besides, of course, adding like salt and pepper. But I just like how even when you don't have creme fraiche or sour cream to add to it, the eggs are more fluffier and you don't need to add water or milk. I actually have a strong disdain for the taste of milk and eggs. I don't know. It just hurts my stomach. But I am lactose intolerant, so that could be why. But but so now you want to just, like I'm doing, season. But I mean, they're eggs, so you don't have to do too much. I probably have done too much. And then mix that together. Okay, so now we're gonna assemble. You're gonna need your flour, and I like to put my stuff in order by the way I'm gonna assemble things. That way everything gets where it needs to be. So as y'all can see, I have a little line here. We have the flour here, then the avocado tomato salsa. Then I had covered up the sausage because I had to cook the other stuff, but the sausage, then the eggs, and then we have the Monterey Jack at the end. Everything will go in that assembly order, but we're gonna do it together. At least one. We're gonna do one together. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. I forgot to mention, y'all, this should only make about 4, so you can be heavy-handed. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. But I'm willing to take a chance. What you think with my heart's in your hands? Gotta learn how to let someone hold you. Take time, gotta trust who I let you true. Got me questioning what you've done. You used to be out of reach. Feel like you're testing me, you're the you full court press on me. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Y'all, I definitely struggled with that first burrito, but I'm so proud of her. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and fold the other 4 or 3. I don't know, it might make 3 or 4. So all the burritos are done, y'all. It just came out with 4 though, but these are big behemoth ones. Do y'all see that? It might take me 2 days to eat them, because thing is huge. But now you're gonna need that exact same pan that you used earlier to make the to cook the sausage. Or you can use a new fresh pan, but I just cleaned out the one I had and I'm using that. And you're going to want to put more olive oil in there and heat it up, because we're going to seal these bad boys with heat. And before we go ahead and cook the burritos, if you are cooking with me, go ahead and repreheat your oven, because you should have turned it off once you finish the salmon. I'm sorry that I didn't tell y'all that. Okay, y'all, so now that it's been cooking on this side for 3 minutes, gonna go ahead and flip it. I overcooked her. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna do this on low heat, y'all, because obviously high heat is not it. Do y'all see that? I mean, she's not too bad. It low-key looks like a like the burrito you would get from Taco Bell, like the color-wise. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's not bad, actually. I'm over here judging myself, y'all. It's not that bad. And then you want to cook it on the other side for a little bit. On to burrito number 2. But y'all, what I've decided is there's not enough cheese to keep it closed. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing some cheese before I put the burrito on here. And I'm putting it underneath the fold so that it can 100% seal. Because y'all almost lost that burrito. Okay, so now face down, well, edge, folded edge down. So y'all, I finished the burritos. Y'all see they're kind of golden. I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna wrap them all in parchment paper and tin foil. And the cheese did help. I think next time I'm gonna try and do that cheese layer on the outside, but I was so scared, y'all, that I was gonna mess the burrito up in general. But next time I got y'all on that, okay? Before we wrap the burritos, I wanted to show y'all how I already went ahead and divvied everything else up for the dinner. So the salmon, I went ahead and cut it into 5 pieces. I put a lemon wedge on top, and then I split the potatoes and cherry tomatoes evenly. And y'all see I told y'all I love cute meal prep containers. I just love it. So I got these cutesy glass ones, and you can put these in the microwave or the oven. So if you work from home and you're like, well, what's the point of me doing this? These can go in the oven, babes. So you could do that too. But now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the burritos, and I'm gonna show y'all a better close-up at the end of everything. The dinners I was showing y'all with the salmon, we have 2 more things that we need to add to that, babes. We're not done. So make sure you get your feta cheese. You're gonna need your dill. So it's 3 things actually. And the tzatziki dip. I have these cute little sauce containers that I use. I'm gonna fill these with the tzatziki dip, and then I put them with the things. So yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prep my snacks, which I just have 2 different types of nuts. So cashew nuts and pistachios. And my other snack of the week is just gonna be applesauce, so I don't have to pre-prep that. And as well as make my cranberry lime and honey drinks for the week. And then I'll be done. And then y'all, before I get into prepping all of the snacks, it has been about 25 minutes. Because I went ahead and, like I was showing y'all, put all the burritos up and put all the snacks together, put all the main dishes together. So go back to the oven, take off the aluminum foil, and then let it cook for an additional 5 minutes, and then we'll take it out. All right, y'all, look how they came out. Now I'm just gonna let them cool before I cut them. We're all done. Let me show you the final product. I've laid everything out. Let's do this. Okay, y'all, so this is an array. I do 5 days. So we have our snacks. I switch between cashews and pistachios, and as you can see, I put the amount of protein in the side because I'm trying to get back to counting my protein. Then for lunch, we had the sliders. I cut them into 2 pieces, and I love maduros or maduras. I really hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, somebody correct me. The sweet plantain chips. So I get these and I put an equal amount in each. And then of course y'all saw the dinner. My burritos. This one's so big, y'all. She gonna be 2 days, honey. I'm splitting her. And then we have my cranberry juice and my protein shakes that I drink every single day. This one is different because this one's left over, so. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments if you do try any of these foods. And oh, So sorry about that, y'all. But like I was saying, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if y'all do try any of these recipes, please let me know. If y'all have any recipes y'all want me to try, please link those down below, because I love to try new foods. And I hope to see y'all in my next video.